He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Johnson again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jordan Akins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this? Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's Johnson again on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. David Johnson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. There's Manhurts, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And
he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Touchdown, Houston. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. First down and much more here for Jones. And finally down at the 41-yard line. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Garrett Wallow brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Under pressure, they got him again. Jonathan Grenard. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Rumbling past the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson, and he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. Finding room to the 20 and running with power here. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. He'll buy some time right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like when we talk about the defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here. One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. It's a throw again is Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. Right there, Shenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. Laviska Shenault in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll throw now on the final play. He's got Akins, the tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this one is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Here's 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. David Johnson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jonathan Grenard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. The 20. 5. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dan Arnold, 75 yards. And the Jaguars able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for two. They'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Texans get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first down, Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Shenault. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Finds the open target, Arnold. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Now Lawrence to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Arnold. And the Jags are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Lawrence. And it's caught. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him. The kicking team gets the football here.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Lawrence. And Shark calls it in. And down inside the 15 he goes. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things.
Here's a diving catch right side. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jacob Hollister there to make the grab. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants?
I knew you were going Namath.
Right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations, they thought he couldn't run it? No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter and now can really take some time off the clock. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this will be a Texans first down as he gets it up past the 35. They go play action here on first down. Try to lay one up deep. And it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars will take over possession here up at the 44. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Laviska Shenault.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll set up to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Second and 11 now. Now back to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the Jags come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Texans, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.